Goeiemôre, vanmôre kuier ons by Jason Ward hier in Unitas Hospitaal en ons het 'n spesiale gas wat ons by voorkom kuier het. Ek stel graag vir julle voor aan Jade. So kom ons gesels bietjie en hoor bietjie ten opsigte van die geskiedenis en hoekom ons kuier hier vandag. Jason, thanks a lot for your time today. Jade, baie dankie dat ons kan kuier by jou vandag. Jason, vertel ons bietjie van Jade se geval.
Morning guys. Jade has a very, very rare genetic disease which is basically along the lines of leukemia. She has what's known as Fanconi anemia, and it is a bone marrow failure disease. In other words, the bone marrow that produces your red, white and platelets cells slowly starts diminishing, very similar to leukemia, which is a cancer. Jade's one is, however, a genetically inherited disease. So somewhere in my bloodline or my wife's bloodline, when they came together and we had Jade, it created this disease, or this disease was passed on. Now, the irony of it all is my mother died when I was a youngster from full-blown leukemia. And we had a little boy who would have probably been about 8 or 9 now, but he unfortunately passed away too soon for them to make an official diagnosis. But in hindsight, looking back, he had a lot of similarities to what she's got. So chances are that's exactly what he had. Luckily, we came across a fantastic pediatrician after numerous doctor's visits and specialist visits to try and figure out what was wrong. And she started probing and came across a couple of results that pointed her in this direction. She then referred us to the Unitas Oncology, Pediatric Oncology Department, which has been phenomenal. And they started treating Jade. In the beginning, it basically starts off with just a couple of pints of blood every now and then just to get the levels up, her blood levels up, which the marrow can't produce. And then they start looking for a possible stem cell donor to then infuse those stem cells into her body or into her bone marrow, which then basically takes over and starts producing blood and will give her a future.
Die grootste probleem, soos wat ek nou verstaan het, was om 'n skenker te kry.
Ja, om 'n skenker te kry is 'n baie lang proses. Hulle neem van haar bloed, hulle neem van haar beenmerg self, and they do various tests to basically find a matching donor who is as close as possible, and you will never get identical unless you've got a twin. But to get it as close as possible to her body's DNA type, so that when they infuse the donor stem cells, her body does not recognize it as a threat or an infection, because then her body would actually turn around killing it. Or alternatively, you don't want the infused bone marrow and stem cells to start producing a blood that is so strong that it actually destroys her body. So it's an entire balancing act the whole time. So in Jade's case, it was a bit difficult. She's got no siblings, which would be the first ideal choice.
Yeah.
But because she has got a genetic inherited disease, that means that somebody in our family or a possible sibling would have the same thing because it gets passed on. So they've got to look outside that spectrum. In Jade's case, what made it more difficult is my wife is Afrikaans, born in South Africa. I'm born in the UK. So straight away, we've also got a mixture there. So they take Jade samples, and then there is the old Sunflower Fund, or they are now known as a DKMS. They specialize in taking stem cells and bone marrow transplants and so on, and they've got a massive registry, and they will come out if you're interested in being a donor, and then they will take a swab in your mouth, register your cell typing, and they put you on a list which is worldwide. So any doctor in any country, as long as he's registered with them and a member of them, he would then put his patient's requirements on that list, and they will narrow it down until they've got the best possible match. Then they contact the possible donors, say, look, this is a situation, we've got somebody who desperately needs your stem cells. Hopefully that person gives the go-ahead, and they literally extract it from that person, fly it over to whichever country or wherever it is needed. In the meantime, the patient is usually given quite an advanced course of chemotherapy to literally destroy all of their faulty bone marrow, and then the new bone marrow is infused into them, and it's quite literally like a farmer throwing seeds over a new field. It will settle down where the old bone marrow was, and it should hopefully start growing and start producing new blood cells, which will then basically cure the disease.
Ja. Jason, sê vir my, voor alles nou gebeur het jy baie gedink om 'n skenker te wees?
Ek het, toe ek in die weermag was, jare gelede het ek bloed geskenk, maar ek was nooit bewus van hierdie siekte wat dalk in my familie se bloedlyn loop nie. So om bloed te skenk is nie 'n probleem nie, maar in my geval om my beenmerg te dalk skenk is 'n risiko. Maar ek moet sê, ek het nooit besef hoe baie belangrik is dit om 'n beenmergskenker te wees. Ek het nooit besef hoeveel kindertjies het kanker, hoeveel lewens kan jy red. Vandag alleen was daar seker 10 of 15 kindertjies vanoggend hier in die saal wat hulle daagliks of maandeliks 'n chemo kry. Party kinders kry net, hulle kom net vir die dag in vir chemo, dan gaan hulle huis toe. Daar's ander kinders wat vir maande hier moet bly om seker te maak dat dit werk en dat haar beenmerg uitverwis word. So om net hier te sit en te kyk hoe klein is van hierdie kindertjies wat hier inkom met hierdie siekte, dan besef 'n mens eintlik dat dit eintlik almal se plig is om dit te doen.
Ja.
En die lekker ding van dit is, jy weet dit gaan na iemand se lewens toe, want daar's baie verskillende organisasies wat geld soek vir verskillende, vir red die leeu's of red die of red daai, maar jy weet nooit waar gaan die geld. En dit word in 'n rekening en jy kan nooit sien waar gaan dit. Maar in hierdie geval, bloed en beenmerg, jy weet onmiddellik waar gaan dit.
Ja.
Jy weet onmiddellik, en 'n mens hoef net in so 'n saal instap, en dan kan jy letterlik sien hoe doen die dokters dit. Dit is 'n wonderwerk. 20, 30 jaar gelede sou so iets nie kan gebeur nie. The medical science has advanced so much now that you're literally saving a child that definitely had a death sentence.
Ja. Jade, whose birthday was it on the 8th?
Mine.
Yours, and did you enjoy it? Het jy baie maatjies gehad wat kom kuier het?
Ja.
Dis lekker, en dis nou seker waar al daai prentjies vandaan kom agter jou bed.
Ja,
Dis lekker.
al jou maatjies van die skool.
Jy het my nou vertel van daai twee goedjies by die huis. Vertel bietjie vir ons, wie kuier daar by die huis? Wie's daar by die huis en wie so stout daar by die huis?
Wat is jou hondes naam?
Laser
Laser
Laser?
en Willow.
en Willow.
En wat maak hulle daar by die huis? Wat se stoute goed maak hulle alles daar by die huis?
Moeilikheid.
Is hulle baie stout, sê jy? O, jette.
And Laser's a throwaway dog.
Ja.
He's a rubbish dog.
Ja.
Maar hy hou seker van baie liefde, né? Nee?
Yeah. And nobody wanted him, hey?
Ja.
And what did we do?
We rescued him.
We rescued
Dis 'n
him.
goeie ding, né? Nee?
Yeah, we took him home. And now we're his mommy and daddy.
En sê vir my, hier in die hospitaal, is al die mense altyd so vriendelik? Is hulle oulik vir jou? Ag, dis lekker. Kykers, dis vandag vir ons net belangrik om te besef dat 'n mens nie net aan jou eie lewe kan dink nie. En hoe belangrik is dit om 'n skenker op te wees? Daar is 'n fondsinsameling wat op pad is en ons gaan nou met nog 'n dame gesels spesifiek vir Jade. So kom ons kyk bietjie en gesels bietjie met daai dame en maak jou hart oop en ook jou beursie oop. Maar nie net vir Jade nie, maar ook vir al die ander gevalle daar buitekant. Vandag is dit vir my 'n tyd om my oë oop te maak om te sien wat is daar eintlik in die lewe, want ons lewe soms in 'n bubbel en jy vergeet skoon van die kommer daar buitekant. So ek wil vir julle twee vreeslik dankie sê dat ons by julle kom kuier het, dat ek jou so vroeg uit die bed uitgejaag het, dame, om saam met ons te kuier. Maar ons vra dat jy 'n lekker dag sal hê en ons bid vir jou seën en vreugde en baie goeie gesondheid toe.
Bye.
Bye.
Kykers, ons kuier vandag by Lemon Tree met Mariaan. Om die gesprek verder te vat van Jade, wil ek graag voorstel aan Mariaan. Mariaan, baie welkom by ons vandag. En ek so opgewonde want julle mense doen gelooflike werk. Vertel ons bietjie waar die inisiatief gekom ten opsigte van 'n fondsinsameling vir Jade.
Môre Pierre, en eerstens wil ek net sê baie dankie vir hierdie geleentheid. Ek voel baie geëerd om met jou te kan gesels oor hierdie geleentheid. Ons is 'n klomp vriende wat bymekaar gekom het een aand en toe noem een van die sportmense vir ons dat hierdie familie, Ward familie, 'n dogtertjie het en sy sit in die hospitaal en my hart het uitgegaan na haar toe want ek het 'n kind wat 6 jaar oud is en ek kon myself in haar skoene sit. Dis hartseer, maar op die einde van die dag, ons kan iets daaromtrent doen. So ons het almal besluit ons gaan een of ander geleentheid skep en ons sal fondse insamel en ons sal vir hulle hoop skep en natuurlik dit gaan lekker wees. Ons gaan almal lekker kan kuier en gesels en dans moontlik. So ons gaan hierdie event hê.
So vertel my 'n bietjie meer van die event. Wat spesifiek beplan julle? Want dit klink vir my na 'n groot partytjie.
Wel dames, as julle mooi rokkies wil aantrek en mans mooi pakkies, dan hier is jou geleentheid. We're going to have this gala event at Land Rover. And the idea is obviously to get as much funds as we can possible to help this family with their situation. And then of course at the same time we're going to have a fat party. We're going to dance, we will definitely have auctions. We really want our people, friends to come and join us with this celebration. And open your hearts and open your wallets and let's see if we can bring in as much as possible and we will definitely have auctions. We don't want to spoil all the surprises, so we want you to please go onto the Facebook page and read about our event and come join us for a lovely evening of wining and dining and just friends. It's going to be awesome.
En daar is so iets soos 'n pretdraf of 'n funrun ook moontlik wat julle beplan?
Well, this gala event is going to be on the 8th of October and then I believe on the 29th of October they're going to have this fun run. So that will also be on the Facebook page.
So in Centurion is daar verseker mense wat 'n verskil maak. Kom ons ondersteun hierdie mense. Maak jou hart oop, maak jou beursie oop, maar kom geniet die aand saam. Vir meer inligting, kyk gerus na die beskrywing en inligting op die Facebookblad waar jy kan inskryf of meer inligting kan kry ten opsigte van hierdie aktiwiteite. Kom ons maak 'n verskil in Centurion. Ons help hierdie pragtige mense met hierdie goeie inisiatief en kom ons help hulle mense.
Ek stem.
Weereens baie dankie namens BST Propties, as ons so opgewonde om deel te kan wees saam met julle en ons hoop net vir die beste.
Ek glo ons gaan 'n verskil maak. Sportsmense, baie dankie dat julle ook betrokke is, al ons vriende. En yes, ons wil hê julle moet asseblief kom. Kom ondersteun ons en let's have fun the evening. We're all going to have fun and I'm looking forward to this party.